Hey folks, it's Marvin Cash, the host of the Articulate Fly, and we're back with another Western North Carolina fishing report with Dale Collins from Tuckaseegee Fly Shop. How you doing, Dale?
Doing great, Marvin. Hope you're doing good.
Just trying to stay out of trouble. I think the common refrain here in the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast is it looks like we may be in for an early fall.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, this is the time of year where if you were to graph the overnight lows towards the daytime highs, it's going to look like a roller coaster, and you're going to have your high peaks and your low valleys, and it's fun. It makes the water temperatures great for trout, and it tells you of good things to come.
Yeah, absolutely right, because we got to remember that that cold water really turns on the browns, and it also turns on the brookies.
That's right. Yeah, the brookies are starting to get really nicely colored up, and the browns are starting to make their move. So it's really good, man.
Yeah, and then in less than 2 weeks, we're going to have delayed harvest.
Yeah, delayed harvest October 1st. They stock Nantahala, Snowbird, and West Fork of the Pigeon. So NC Wildlife has really played it smart this year. They're stocking those streams that seem to be a little colder earlier than, let's say, the valley rivers like the Tuckaseegee or maybe even the Mitchell. So, there's a little more planning going on, and I applaud them for that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So to kind of get to tips and tactics, if people want to get out on the water and take advantage of this early fall weather, what do you suggest?
I think you do dry dropper. The Chernobyls are still doing really well. Your Chernobyl ants, Chernobyl hoppers, any type of just big mayflies. And then underneath that, drop some nymphs. Big stoneflies are doing really well, like a big prince nymph. Everybody sure has a prince nymph in their box, but if you can find a big one, fish it. Girdle bugs, those type things. And then we're seeing really good reaction on the pheasant tail saw tackles, as well as like an orange saw tackle.
Absolutely. And we've got a question from Luke for you. He wants to know your favorite fall hatches in the high elevation streams in the park.
Oh man, great question. I love the October caddis. That's a bug very specific to this time of year. And it's kind of like, when you got a crisp evening with a campfire, and it just feels like fall is just coming. And it's a hatch that lasts, 6 weeks or so. And it kind of gets going late September and goes through October, depending on water temps. But it's a fly. It's buggy looking. It doesn't look like any other caddis in the bins. It's kind of technically tied. It's got antennas coming out the front. Otherwise, it looks like a normal caddis. But I like the antennas. And it's orange, and 'tis the season to fish things orange.
Yeah, well, and it's a pretty big bug too.
Yeah, you can fish those 10s down to 14s or so. I don't think there's any need to tie them up any smaller. But it's fun to fish the big stuff this time of year.
Absolutely. Well, listen, folks, we love questions on the Articulate Fly. If you'll send us a question, you can email them to us, shoot them to us on our Facebook or Instagram or our Twitter feed. If we use your question, I'll send you some Articulate Fly swag, and you'll get it into a drawing for some cool stuff from the shop at the end of the season. Before I let you hop, Dale, why don't you let folks know where they can find you, your hours, and all that kind of good stuff?
Absolutely, man. We are located downtown Bryson City, 3 Depot Street. We got the big brown trout statue right out in front of the shop. And then downtown Silva, the trout capital, 530 West Main, in between the 2 bookstores. And then always 24 hours a day, tuckflyshop.com. And then any of the social media outlets. Got a really active YouTube channel. And, of course, Facebook, Instagram, all those goodies.
Gotcha. And so are you open 7 days a week at both places?
So, yeah, great question. We will be extending hours in the month of October at the Bryson City and Silva shop. Right now, we're kind of 10 to 2, Monday through Wednesday in Bryson City, and then 9 to 5 the rest of the week. And then 9 to 5 all days in Silva except for Sunday closed.
Got it. Well, listen, folks, you owe it to yourself to get out and take advantage of this great early fall weather. Tight lines, everybody. Tight lines, Dale.
You too, Marvin.